Countdown, by the way, to St. Patrick's Day celebration officially underway this afternoon. Crowds packed for Scythe Park Fountain for one of the city's most anticipated traditions, the annual greening of the fountain. WSAV's Nakaya Harris was there as the water turned green and the celebration began.
Behind me, the Forsyth Park Fountain is flowing green, one of the official signs that the St. Patrick's Day season has arrived here in Savannah.
Welcome to the greening, ladies and gentlemen.
It's exciting. I mean, it's like fireworks, but water.
Locals and visitors packed the park Friday afternoon to watch the annual greening. Tradition, a word heard often throughout the crowd.
It's a tradition. I mean, it's a tradition. It sets off the tone for Savannah for St. Patrick's.
It's the first greening since the fountain's restoration project.
It's great to see the fountain back after they had it fixed, you know. It was gone for a while.
Yeah.
And it's so wonderful to have it back.
The renovations look fantastic.
It's a sense of community that draws folks back year after year.
This is actually my fourth greening of the fountain. It was the first thing our family did when we moved to Savannah. And it was pouring down rain, and we stuck through the whole thing with rain dripping down our backs, and now it's become a family favorite.
Attendees telling me events like this bring people together from all over.
It's wonderful that so many people come from all over for this. I mean, we were coming down from Connecticut just for St. Patrick's.
For many in the crowd, it's clear St. Patrick's Day festivities belong right here in Savannah.
It's just that sense of community, that southern hospitality, the welcoming sense that we give to everyone visiting.
We're called the hostess city for a reason. Savannah really does a fantastic job just welcoming everybody.
And now with the fountain officially green, the countdown to the St. Patrick's Day parade is officially underway. Reporting here in Savannah, Nakaya Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Speaking of gearing up for Savannah's biggest party, Irish pubs across the city are stocking up, scheduling live music, and finalizing plans for the celebration. One pub in City Market is preparing for its second year, taking part in the festivities, and managers say they're going even bigger after what they learned last year. WSAV's Jillian Coles is joining us live from Wexford Pub with a look now at how they're getting ready.
I'm here in front of Wexford, Savannah's Irish Pub, where managers tell me that they learned a lot from last year. It was the first year they participated in the St. Patrick's Day celebration. They say this year they're going bigger, more Guinness, larger bands, and even more Irish energy. General Manager Carter Jones says the pub poured about 30 kegs of Guinness last year, so this time they're stocking at least double to handle the entire weekend. The layout of the bar is getting a makeover as well. The upstairs will have about 140 seats for food service, while downstairs bar will serve only drinks with room for about 100 people. Outside in City Market, the patio will turn into a stage for their music festival. Bands including Mudmen and Maybells will perform from noon until 11 p.m. Jones says there's also a new way to experience the fun.
You're doing the VIP tickets, so those are still on sale, and that'll be breakfast on St. Patrick's Day. We would be doing breakfast brunch starting at 8. It'll include 5 free beers. There's a gift bag, and you get to skip the line for the bar on the day of.
Jones says those VIP tickets are about $125, and it allows guests to come and go throughout their day with a guaranteed re-entry. He said last year it was one person out, one person in. So to find more information on how to purchase those tickets, head to WSAV.com. Reporting in City Market, Jillian Coles, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Jillian, thank you. One of the most meaningful religious traditions connected to St. Patrick's Day in Savannah is the Celtic Cross Mass and Parade. It takes place Sunday at 1 p.m. at the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. After Mass, participants take part in a solemn procession through downtown Savannah to the Celtic Cross Monument in Emmett Park. The celebrations continue next week with a Tybee Island's St. Patrick's Day Parade set for March 14th at 3:15 p.m. starting at Tybee Island City Hall. Then it's to the Low Country for the Hilton Head Island St. Patrick's Day Parade on Sunday, March 15th, and it all leads up to the main event, St. Patrick's Day in Savannah. Full rundown of festivities across our area, head to wsav.com/St. Pat's. Turning now to a developing story, the Savannah Police Department has made an arrest in connection to a shooting on Damascus Road as investigators also look into a separate overnight shooting downtown. Officers arrested 44-year-old Brian Williams following a shooting yesterday morning in the 6000 block of Damascus Road. It happened around 6:20 a.m. when one man was found inside a home with a serious gunshot wound. Williams now faces charges including aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, cruelty to children, and false imprisonment. Meanwhile, police are also investigating a separate shooting in the 100 block of Congress Street. Officers were sent to the area around 2:30 a.m. this morning after reports of a fight. You're looking at video now from the scene around 6:30 a.m. As they arrived, they heard gunshots and found damage to nearby buildings and an unoccupied car. A short time later, an adult man showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound to his arm. Police say his injury is non-life-threatening. Both of these incidents are still under investigation, and anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 912-234-2020. New at 6, Tybee Island Police Department is responding to rumors spreading online about a possible child trafficking incident on North Beach. Police say they received a call just before 3:30 p.m. Sunday about 4 men who were seen walking near a mother and her 2 young children on North Beach. The caller told officers the men appeared to be following them and holding up their cell phones as if taking photos or video. The woman later left the area with friends and contacted police to report the incident. Authorities say despite rumors, no children were grabbed and no one called 911 during the incident. Falling for a scam can cost you big, and most times the money is gone for good. But as WSAV's Danielle Kopp reports, Hampton police managed to return a victim's cash just hours before it was delivered.
Once you've sent money to a scammer, the odds of seeing it again are extremely low. But in rare occasions, there is success. I'm about to tell you how Hampton police were able to put loads of cash back in one man's pocket.
This gentleman got extremely lucky, or guy was watching after him, wanted to.
On February 20th, the Hampton man got a call from who he believed was his bank's fraud department. They were investigating his account for an inside job at his bank. They needed him to send cash to prove someone inside was guilty.
He got scared and went to the bank and withdrew some money. The bank tried to tell him they thought it was a scam, but because of such the elaborate story that he was given, he didn't believe.
The man took out such a large amount of cash that it had to be sent in a box, which in the end may have saved him.
It had to be sent in a box, which allowed for a tracking number.
He did throw the tracking number and receipt away after ordered by the scammer, but 3 days later he was asked to send more, and he did. But this time he went to police, who were able to contact USPS and track the initial package and order it to be intercepted with just hours before delivery.
The package was in fact intercepted and made its way back to Hampton, and he got his money back.
This was one success out of many fails, and Hampton PD says scammers are still out there.
I can almost tell you anything involving a phone is more than likely 99% going to be a scam. Your bank may call you or something sometimes, but they're going to tell you to come in. If anybody ever calls you and they say get a debit card, Apple Pay card, anything like that, that should automatically be your first red flag and really your only red flag.
Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Happening tonight, the return of a celebrated event as supporting an incredible cause. It's the 2026 Southern Coast Heart Ball, raising funds for the American Heart Association. WSAV is proud to be a media sponsor. And our Ben Singer is serving as Master of Ceremonies. Ben is joining us live from the Savannah Convention Center to tell us more.
And Tina, things are finally getting underway here. Registration has begun. People are starting to mingle for the cocktail hour here. Of course, it is a celebration, but it's also about education, and that is the uniting mission here tonight. We have Chuck Kearns here with Chatham EMS. I know you're going to play a role in the program tonight. What message are you going to be portraying?
Well, supporting the mission of the Heart Association, and most importantly, teaching people CPR. And as a paramedic for 45 years, I can't tell you how happy I was when I would hear, as we're being dispatched to a call, CPR in progress. that means the patient's got a chance, a better chance at survival, and I've got a better chance of saving them and getting them to the hospital.
And there is an app that everyone can download to be a part of that process if they do know CPR. So tell us quickly about that.
So we pay for an app that's free to the public. It's called Pulse Point, one word. And Pulse Point, if you put in that you are trained in hands-only CPR and you're willing to help, if you're within about a quarter of a mile of a person where we are sending an ambulance to someone in cardiac arrest, it will alert you, and then you can respond and start CPR before first responders get there.
So everybody who's qualified should sign up for that, and if you want to get qualified, it's easier than you think.
Oh yeah, the Heart Association makes it very easy to get certified, and there's programs for putting training aids in schools now. There's really no excuse for not knowing CPR.
Well, thank you for your time tonight and enjoy the night. We appreciate you. All right, Tina, we're going to send it back to you. The party's about to begin, and we'll have a full wrap-up for you later on.